Sometimes the moment you believe is the end is actually the moment that defines your true strength. In a peaceful village, there lived a farmer with his aging donkey. The donkey had once been a hard-working companion in the fields, but time had slowed it down, making it no longer as useful as before. Out of compassion, the farmer let it enjoy its remaining days freely, grazing leisurely in the wide open fields. One bright sunny morning, while quietly nibbling on tender grass, the donkey suddenly slipped and fell into a deep, dark, and icy well. Its desperate cries echoed up from the pit, trembling with fear. More than an hour later, a neighbor who heard the cries rushed over. When he looked down into the well, he was stunned. Without hesitation, he ran to inform the farmer. Upon hearing the news, the farmer and the neighbor hurried to the well, trying everything they could to pull the donkey up. But the well was too narrow, too deep, and the donkey too heavy. Every effort was hopeless. As the sun began to set, so did the hope of saving the donkey. Facing the cruel truth, the farmer made a decision that left everyone heartbroken. Shovel by shovel, dirt began to fall into the well, landing in heavy thuds beside the donkey's choked sobs. At first, it only trembled and screamed, unable to understand why the very people who cared for it were pushing it toward death. The falling soil felt like hammer blows, crushing its last fragments of hope. The neighbors, though sorrowful, followed the farmer's instruction, believing this was the only way to end the old creature's suffering. But then, when the first layer of dirt landed on its back, something strange happened. Instead of letting itself be buried, the donkey jolted, shook the dirt off, and steadied itself. Then came the second shovel. It shook again. The third, the fourth. Each time dirt fell, it turned it into a step. At first, none of the people above noticed what was happening. They kept shoveling, kept filling the well. But below, in the darkness, the donkey was shifting from despair to determination. Its cries quieted, replaced by steady breaths of resolve. It began to understand. If it couldn't be saved by others, it would save itself. After a while, the eerie silence frightened everyone above. They thought the donkey had died. The farmer leaned over the well for one last look, but his eyes widened in shock. From the depths, the donkey's head was slowly rising, standing atop the very dirt they were using to bury it. Just a few more steps, and the donkey lifted itself, then leapt out of the well, landing on solid ground to the astonishment of all. It stood tall, shook off the last traces of dust, and walked away from the place that nearly ended its life. That day, the farmer and the entire village learned a costly lesson. Sometimes what seems meant to bury us is exactly what helps us rise. The story of the donkey doesn't end with its escape from the deep well. What lingers is the powerful lesson it leaves behind, one of resilience, self-worth, and facing adversity. When life throws shovels of dirt at you, failures, rejection, judgment, or situations that feel hopeless, you have two choices. Let them bury you, or turn every blow into a step upward. The donkey chose the latter. It wasn't the strongest or the smartest, but it had something more important: determination. Each layer of falling dirt didn't deepen its despair. It became part of the path leading it to the light. Another profound lesson lies in self-reliance. The donkey cried for help, hoping someone would save it, but when it realized no one could, when even its owner gave up, it decided to save itself. The story reminds us, there will be moments when we can't depend on anyone, and in those moments our true strength is revealed. Not when we're protected, but when we must stand alone in the dark. The story is also a reminder of self-worth. The farmer saw the donkey as useless because it was old. But that very moment of cruelty proved the opposite. The donkey was stronger than they thought, stronger than they ever gave it credit for. In life, people will underestimate you, dismiss you, or push you aside. But your true worth is not what others see. It's shown in the way you rise after being knocked down. Sometimes what saves you is not strength, but the way you look at the very adversity trying to drown you. When facing obstacles, remember, every blow can become a step upward if you refuse to give up. In the end, the greatest lesson is this: every challenge holds an opportunity for growth, as long as you are determined enough to turn it into strength. The story of the donkey in the well is not just a simple tale, but a powerful reminder that each of us has the ability to rise above adversity in ways we never expected. Watching the donkey stroll away freely after escaping the well, everyone understood one thing. Hardships are never the end unless you choose to stop. Life will always throw unexpected shovels of dirt at us: loss, disappointment, betrayal, mistakes, and hurtful judgments. But how we face them determines everything. Like the donkey, you can let those layers bury you, or you can turn them into steps to rise, higher, stronger, and freer. Another important message: you won't always have someone to rely on. The donkey cried for the farmer, hoping for rescue, but in the end, no help could reach it. Only when it stopped expecting others and looked inward did it find the strength to save itself. In life, you too may face dark moments like that, when help doesn't come, when every effort from others fails. But in that darkness, you may discover your true resilience. Another lesson lies in self-worth. The farmer believed the donkey was useless, but the donkey proved otherwise through sheer perseverance. It reminds you that your value isn't defined by how others see you, but by how you confront your own challenges. Ultimately, adversity doesn't come to destroy you, it comes to shape you. Every layer of dirt in your life can become a step forward if you refuse to surrender. Use challenges to rise instead of letting them bury you. The story closes with the donkey walking away from the well, free and stronger than ever. But what remains is not the act of leaving, but the priceless message it leaves for all of us, that within every person lies a hidden strength, waiting for adversity to awaken it. Life will not always be gentle. There will be times when you feel buried by failure, by doubt, by mistakes, even by those you once trusted. But what matters is not how much dirt life throws onto you, but what you choose to do with it. You can let it bury you, or you can turn every shovel of dirt into a step upward. There may be moments when you feel alone in your battles. Like the donkey, you may call out to those you hoped would help, only to find no rescue coming. That does not mean you are worthless. It means life is giving you the chance to find the inner strength you never believed you had. Sometimes no one comes to save you because you are the one meant to save yourself. And more importantly, never let anyone define your worth. Today, they may look down on you, underestimate you, believe you have nothing left. But like that old donkey, you can prove the opposite through your actions, your perseverance, your ability to rise even when buried. In the end, remember, hardship does not come to break you. It comes to build you stronger. Every challenge holds an opportunity. Every layer of dirt can be a step. And anyone, no matter how underestimated, can rise, as long as they choose not to give up. You may be buried, or you may rise. The choice is always yours.